Hey, it's Michael from michaelangelocaruso.com and also the Present Like a Pro Facebook group. We're going to talk today about the importance of questions when you're selling or persuading anyone to do anything. If you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure and subscribe to this channel. And as always, your comments are welcome. You know, there are only two basic kinds of questions that you have to ask when you're selling if you really want to get inside the other person's head and figure out what they're thinking. And the reason you have to get inside their heads is sometimes they don't know what they're thinking. So questions allow clarity and exchange of information, and it certainly allows you to position your product or service for that other person if it's meant to be. So there are only two basic types of questions. The first is called binary questions. Binary questions can only be answered in one of two ways. Think of the simple yes or no question. Do you have a budget? Yes or no. Would you like to meet on Wednesday or Thursday? Is morning better or afternoon better? These are questions that can only be answered one of two ways. The second type of question are called non-binary questions. These are what are called open questions, where binary questions are referred to sometimes as closed questions. And the cool thing about non-binary questions is they cannot be answered simply. They can't be answered with a yes or no, brown or black, afternoon or morning, right? You have to explain yourself if you're being asked a non-binary question. Now, here is the juice. When you're in a sales presentation, if it's a 30-minute presentation, a 60-minute presentation, you always want to open that presentation with what are called binary questions. So if your timeline for your presentation goes like this, from 0 minutes to 60 minutes, or 30 minutes in this case, right? You want to ask binary questions first, because binary questions help qualify the person that they're even qualified to purchase your products or services, right? You're using binary questions essentially to find out in the first 5 minutes if you're even going to need another 25 minutes to talk to them. Because if they answer no to the first three questions, do you have a budget? Are you interested in a better solution? Do you have time to meet, talk to me right now? If they answer no to all those questions, you're certainly not going to stay on the call or stay in their office. So you use binary questions to qualify and make sure that your GPS is headed in the right direction. Then you get into the non-binary questions and ask them to explain themselves. What's going on at your company? Are you happy with your vendor? Are you unhappy with your current vendor? What problem are you trying to solve? What keeps you up at night when you're trying to sleep? These are good questions to ask if you are probing in a non-binary way. Of course, you end the presentation by reverting back to binary questions. That sounds something like, would you like to get started solving this problem today? Who can I talk to about getting a purchase order so we can get things moving, right? What day would you like to take delivery? These, again, are short binary questions that allow people to understand that the process is over and they're about to do a deal with you. So by using these two types of questions in that order, binary, then non-binary, and then close off with binary, you'll find that the sales presentation almost moves organically from the start to the finish, and you don't have to work nearly as hard to close the prospect when it's time for the call to action. My name is Michael Angelo Caruso. I do a lot of sales coaching, which is how I know some of this stuff. If you're interested, visit michaelangelocaruso.com. And if you want to sharpen your sales presentations, be sure to join the Present Like a Pro group on Facebook. Thanks very much, everybody, and I hope to see you soon.